Today we're doing 23 kilometers again and going over the mountain to the other side where you're going to see some awesome rocks and different kind of growth on the other side of the mountain compared to this side. You've got a certain beauty on this side and another beauty on the other side, and won't be long and we're off the railway line getting to the old dam. Ek weet net vir 'n feit, Losberg is as jy die pas te pas doen. Okay, hier kom een. Daar moet 'n fontein van een van die aard wees, want hierdie gedeeltjie is altyd bietjie modderig. As jy die pas te pas doen, dan kan dan net 'n mens 'n opsie om Losberg te doen of net aan te gaan. En dit was die dag toe ek, Hester en wie was dit, Kaal dink ek, ook Losberg gedoen het. Toe gaan ons oor na Montague toe en eerder as wat ons terugstap, toe stap ons eerder al die pad af met Montague. Yeah, we've got a waterfall again. En haar man kom laai ons toe heel onder Montague op en vat ons toe terug op met die Outeniqua. Yeah, we've got some climbing again. En hier and then up there, halfway mark to the old dam. Almost there. Dit sal jy nie opwees nie. Hoe voel jy? Dis lekker. Ons moet net onthou, we are now halfway, almost at the, not halfway with the trail, but almost at the old dam, where we will then cross, and everything has been relatively level so far. But after the dam, then systematic climb starts up to the hut. So you will see the dam now hanging there, and you're going to see we're going to be other side the mountain there. We first have to go across and then turn back, then up there, and then all along the top there, and then over to the other side. Ons het goed tyd opgemaak met die level gedeeltes. Die level gedeelte. At the dam, ons is by hierdie dam. At the old George Dam. Let's see how much water we have here. Ons vorder. I know for a fact it's not going to be full. And I see there is actually some water running into it there, because it leaks like a sieve. Good news is that all the water that leaks out of it here runs into the Garden Route Dam. So any water coming out of it there doesn't get lost, goes into our main water resource. Ja, ek het gesien nou, toe staan ek daar, sien ek daai water, daai 23 mm, 24 mm wat ons gehad het, dis daai water wat nou daar afloop. Dis heel wat besig is om af te kom daar. As dit nie vir daai bietjie reën nou was nie, dan het ons niks gehad. 50 gebou. Ek dink dit was 1950 wat hy gebou was. Wil te sien 1950.
Die water was nou nog in die pas, in die pyp agter.
Ja. So, ag maar ek dink hulle voel in elk geval vere, wie kan hulle blameer, want ons verloor nie hierdie water nie. Enige water wat hier uitlek beland in elk geval maar seker op die einde by ons.
Ja, maar die sportproppe in, want hierdie
Ja, dis krake.
Ja, stem jy saam met my?
Ja, dis sonder twyfel. Enige plekke wat lek
Ja, ja.
is
Dis hierdie onder.
is krake basies tussen die sementblaaie.
Ja. Maar het sal nie die dam laat.
Nee, ek dink hy het nog heel wat jare in hom as jy my vra. Maar ek weet hy sal maklik vergaan nie, maar ek wil
Hulle moet sê, hulle moet presies kan weet soveel.
look at all these pink flowers. We over the dam and up to the hut now. Lots and lots of pink flowers. Whatever they are, it is clearly their season now. Their flowering time. Once we get to the hut, we'll turn left and then head towards Skurvekop, I think is its name. And then we're going to get to Saddle. We will end up on the other side of the mountain then. So hang in there, we'll get there. Hierdie klippe is mooi. How are you feeling, Adele? You're making it. You're surviving. We're halfway up in terms of elevation. Well, maybe halfway between the dam and the hut.
Ja, 7.5. Ag, 7.
And Adele just tells me that we've done 7 kilometers so far. So we're progressing. This is quite awesome. Systematic upward trend to the hut. Whereas if one started on the other side of the mountain and you went clockwise instead of anti-clockwise like we're going today, you would have a very, very steep uphill on the opposite side, which is going to be the steep downhill today that you'll see a bit later. So we've got a nice breeze which keeps us a little bit cooler. I genuinely thought it's going to be seriously hot today. So far so good. There's George. Here we start turning left and head up a little bit sharper, still towards the hut. And now we're getting to the part where you can see the Garden Dam. There's more water in it than I was expecting. Ek weet nie of jy saamstem nie. Lyk asof meer water is as wat ek verwag het. Hopelijk het ons reenseisoen begin. I'm hoping our rainfall season has started. Oh no, it's definitely lower, but still more water than I thought there's going to be. Yippee! We have reached the hut. Almost there. Looks like there's 2 trail runners coming hastily down from the bottom there, or from the top there. Adele and myself at the hut, at least, which is very, very close to the highest point. So we've done by far most of the elevation of the hike. Still some up to go, but most of the work's been done in terms of height. Welcome to Tierkop Hut, where you have a stunning, awesome view of George on that side, like that. And you just come around this hut and you've got this stunning, awesome view of the Caimans River catchment area. This side of the mountain, this interior section. All of that down there at the bottom, believe it or not, is the Caimans River. This grass can do with the mow here at a stage again. Here's the hut at the back with its balcony, and if you take this road you go to Sarsveld University. Lovely balcony at the back here, very well gated and fenced up not to get in. Wat ons skielik het. Ek meen, is dit mooi of is dit mooi? Hier sien nou aan die ander binnekant. Now we've reached this side. Wat er een? Ja, she's mager, she's dun. We were just talking to some trail runners just now, and man, they super fit. This is always one of my favorite parts to walk on this side here. Adel, sien jy daai water daaronder?
Ja, ek sien.
Die grot is nie te ver van daar af nie. Dis een swemgat.
Ja.
Die volgende swemgat is net agter hierdie heuwel. Dis daai grot is net aanderkant daai heuwel daar, daai breë heuwel. 'n Mens moet verskriklik mooi uitkyk vir daai voedselpad wat afgaan al langs die bo-rand van hom daar. This is like really beautiful area, and I think with my next recording we'll be at the beautiful rocks inside the forest towards that peak there, that piece of forest there. Got some downhill and a bit of uphill again to go now. Getting closer and closer to Kransberg. I've got this downhill and then another uphill. And this is where I'm now carefully trying to see if I can spot the trail that leads down this way, down towards that cave. It's a bit overgrown. That's why I'm not walking too fast, because I want to see if I can spot it. I don't know when last anybody has walked down to there. If I remember correctly, it goes along this ridge down to there. There used to be a mark, a couple of stones people left. We're going to be at that forest on that side there of Kransberg. No. If you look very carefully, you can see the old George Dam from this side now, from the back side basically. So we've gained even more height, and we're not far from the first forest part basically, which is just beneath those rocks there, better known as Kransberg. What is a krans in English again? Cliff. Kransberg, I suppose directly translated would be cliff mountain. Kransberg. So yeah, most gratefully it's becoming cooler suddenly, starting to get a bit of shade, although we're not in the actual forest yet, maybe due to some higher elevation, which is most welcoming. Spot where you can see the old dam and the Garden Route Dam, and here's Adele coming, and we're making it. Lekker. I am going to be most grateful for the water that's going to be running down, dripping down this rock formation, where you can refill your water bottles. not exactly a stream, but perfectly adequate to fill up your water. Man, man, man. This shade is very welcoming today. Very welcoming into the forest. Different world all of a sudden. Totally different world. This small piece of forest. One of my favorite places in this entire mountain, with these rock formations, these particular 2 or 3 rocks here. And this is the water I was talking about coming down, if you can see it, where you can fill up your water bottles at least. It's all one needs to fill up your water resources. So I normally set my camp up here. See? Ek gaan daar vol maak. Ek gaan nou my bottels vol maak daar. I set my tent up normally right there. In fact, my Facebook homepage consists of a photo standing just like this, looking there. Mooi, né? Ek maak daarvan. Dit is lopende water. Het my nog nie doodgemaak nie. We are going to refill our bottles here without any doubt. Ek loop vinnig genoeg om het letterlik te saddle. We're heading there. Once we're there, it's over other side of the mountain. Until then, we've got some beautiful rocks on the right hand side. And still some shade. Probably would have been sunny now here a month ago. But yeah, beautiful rocks here. Another one of my favorite parts of this entire trail. Looking at these rock formations, steep rock formations on your right hand side up here, and then down this catchment area that leads down to our water, our main garden route dam at George. Right, we have now reached the saddle, and in the next minute or two you're going to see the other side, the interior side of the mountain again, whereas we have our town side, seaside there, and the interior side is about to pop up by itself on the right hand side here, and Adele is going to see it for the first time here. Ta-dam! There's our interior side again. Is this beautiful or is this beautiful? We're going to be walking there, 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 and then around there, and then all the way back to the other side. And if you come a little bit closer to the edge here, you've got an awesome
loop nou met daai paadjie nou. So.
Ja, hierso.
Ja.
Ons gaan hierso.
Ja.
Maar dan gaan ons skerp af.
Ja.
Hy gaan nie gelyk bly met daai pad nie. Dit skep die indruk hy gaan gelyk bly, maar ons sal eers skerp af moet gaan tot by nog 'n stuk woud wat ver onder is daar. En dan het ons weer 'n stukkie klim wat ons lei tot by daai stukkie pad. En dan daar gaan hy op. En dan van daar af is dit basies so redelik gelyk, bietjie oppie en affie, bietjie oppie en affie. Maar dis 'n kwessie van zigzag.
Ons kan nog nie die einde sien nie, nou.
O nee, ja. Ja. Stick to this side. We're going to have a small section where we can have a quick peek at that side again. There. And then from there on, it's all on this side. Interior side. Lots of yellow flowers. And as I don't know if some of the footage includes all the pink flowers. A lot of pink flowers today. Whatever those pink flowers are, in season, because there's lots of them. Our next goal is steep down. Then there's a forest, small piece of forest with a water source, where we will undoubtedly refill again. So yeah. Not long, and I can show you the last peak of this side on George's side, yeah. And then the whole scenery clearly changes. Just by standing up here, you can see that this side is generally darker green than that side, a little bit drier on that interior side, and the seaside here ever so slightly darker green. Let's flip it a bit. There you go. Say goodbye to George. Say goodbye to George. Let's see a little bit of it now. There you go. Say goodbye to that side, and now we're going over here towards the interior side. We're making it. Catch you when we go steeply down on the zigzag skin a little bit later. Sorry, but I have to record part of this again because this is just awesome. This entire section, we're walking along here, looking at this particular part of Craddock Peak. There, it's Craddock Peak, at the top there, from a totally different angle. And of course, once we've gone around that side, you're going to be looking at Craddock Peak from another angle. So you, all along this route, you're looking at it from different angles. And all at the same time, you've got this awesome view of not only the Outeniqua, but the Swartberg all along the edge there. Beautiful. And just now we'll be starting to go fairly sharply down again. One or two places where one might just want to be a bit cautious. So yeah, I might catch you down there unless I record again between here and there. Just look at what opens up here now before us. This to me is like just beautiful. Really, really beautiful. This whole, call it cliff, call it krans, they would say in Afrikaans. Water that comes down, which is going to be our next best water at the bottom there after we go down fairly steeply. This is worth recording a few extra seconds. Really awesome and worth a photo or two again. See if I can find a flower that I can put in front to take a photo of the cliff formations at the back of it. I love this breeze, the weather, and we've got a little bit of clouds, sun just sort of coming through them, so the weather all in all is playing very, very with us today. Ideal weather. Not exactly a blizzard blowing us off a mountain. Check that out, that's awesome. Where's this awesome? En hier begin ons 'n bietjie zigzag. Hierson. This is where we're going down here. We do a little bit of zigzagging. And where you just step carefully down some parts here. And then you get that. We have just entered this very small piece of bottom forest with our next available water supply. I've just slipped on a slippery rock here. This is our next water supply, and possibly shirt wetting supply if one wants to stay cool. We've got some water here, which is very, very handy. And we need it. There she comes. There comes Adele. Was redelijk gladderig, maar nie snaaks genoeg nie. So veel gladderig, so gladderig soos wat die mense verwag, hè. Water, water, water. Ek gaan 'n sigaret hier rook. Ek gaan miskien ook eers water drink en volmaak en daarna gaan ek my hemd nat maak. Net daai gedeelte wat so mission altyd is. Now we're back to one of my favorite sections, back up again. We've regained, ja, ek praat so 'n bietjie maar met die kamera hier. Regained some height again. And now one of my favorite parts where the trails actually open a bit again. Boy, was it overgrown, but I knew it would be. And now we're finally back at a section where it's open and not hopelessly overgrown with other things. We are going like that. Nou, is dit nie vir jou lekker gevoel om te kan sien waar jy nou gaan stap nie, né?
Ja, né?
Nou is ek oop weer.
Ja.
Dis net daai gedeelte. En aan die ander kant, as ons aan die ander kant gekom het nou, as ons so omgaan en aan die ander kant beland, is dit ook oop. Jy kan duidelik die voetstellende pad sien. Al die pad. Soos wat hy kronkel en draai daar. All of this here is the Caimans River catchment area. Basically starts or ends, whichever way you want to put it. Yeah. Any water of the Caimans River comes from here. We're making it. We've made it through the bushes, the rough terrain. Now we can see the path again. You coping, Adele? You're doing alright, yeah? We're doing alright. Some steepish sections that we had in amongst the overgrown section there. Now it's nice to be at a part where you can see your trail for a long while ahead, yeah. So I might catch you when we're looking back on one of my favorite viewpoints there a little bit later. Dis basies van my huis af dorp toe en terug. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite photo taking spots, this, looking down onto that entire catchment area with this rock formation here on the right hand side. Sorry if the video is shaking a bit. I'm going to get this camera out. This normally looks awesome with those rocks. Val vanaf van 'n selfie neem.
Ja.
Of as jy ook nie van my
Weet
foto
jy,
nie.
ek kan glo nie.
Ja. Met daai hele opvangs. This is awesome. We are about to exit this section and head for some farm terrain. This is so deep within the mountain here. I love the spot. So ons is nou weg van daai gedeelte binnekort. Then we come over here. We're not going to see that anymore. We head for some farm terrain, which we shall see on our right hand side soon. The dam looks pretty empty to me. It looks completely empty. You may not see the dam. Not a drop in there. This side of the mountain needs rain. We're not going down to the dam, we're going this way, all the way. Now, looking at Craddock Peak from a totally different angle, right at the back of the mountain. We've probably got about another, my guess is 6 kilometers to go of this similar type of terrain. A little bit of uppies on the odd occasion, but not as steep as what we had earlier. So yeah, we'll make it. We've done it before. You're making it. We'll get there. We will get there. Lovely rock formations that you don't see when you're on the George side of the mountain. You will only get them on the side. Totally different world. Just two sides of the mountain, different weather, different worlds. I don't know if you're going to be able to see on here. Might zoom in. Farmhouse Montague Pass is there. So we've still got to go this, yeah, there, no, there, roundabout. Hope I put my finger in the right place there. And then, once we're on the Montague, we're going to turn right and head down towards Herald. And if all goes well, our lift should pick us up somewhere on the Montague. But we'll make our way down with the Montague as far down as possible towards Herald, and somewhere along the line we will catch our transport. Very kind of the gentleman to come and pick us up today. Let's just do this slowly for a change here. Have a look at this. Hierdie is van hy motorfiets. We've come from other side there, and we are finally at this entrance here that people have put here to make it life difficult for motorbikes to be able to get through here, and through the gate, and finally on the Montague Pass. And yeah, we will turn right and carry on as far down right as possible until we meet our lift. High five. High five. We made it. And yeah, one can either wait, depending on the transport you've organized. If they know where to wait, they can either wait here, or if you know that your transport is coming from that side, you may as well walk down and meet your transport further down. And then, especially if the person's going to be coming back on the Outeniqua side and not over the pass. Weet jy, as jy nou net van hier af, ek hierdie net stop.